in the Gospel of John, chapter 5. Listen to verse 39. Search the what? Scriptures. Search the what? Scriptures. If you're ever going to know the will of God, you got to know the Word of God, honey. And the Word of God is the Scriptures. So, if you're going to be a football player, you'd study what rule book? But if you're going to play in God's league, to be an athlete for God, an athlete of the Spirit, you have to search the what? Scriptures. Now this word search here is real neat. There are two words search in the word that I'm concerned about on the dividing line. This is one of them. This word in the Greek is spelled for, if you want to look it up, but really any concordance, Young's or Strong's or Bullinger will give you this, but the Greek word for this word search here in verse 39 is spelled E-R-E-U-N. That's not United Nations. A-O. E-R-E-U-N-A-O. That word means trace. It means to track. It has the same meaning as when a dog tracks game, runs coon or rabbit or something else. To scent out, S-C-E-N-T, to smell it out, scent it out, to track it, to trace it. Here it says, search the what? Scriptures. Trace the Scriptures. Trace them. Track them. Scent them out. Smell it out. Smell the Scriptures out. That's the meaning of this. It's like in the Way Corps. This word search applies to when they trace one word all the way through the Scriptures. Get a concordance and then just trace it all the way through the Scriptures. That's this word, search, here in John 5. Just trace it. It's like putting a lower powered microscope on the Word. It's simply to trace it. That's all. Smell it out. Scent it. Track it through the Word. But now there's another word, and that's in Acts 17. Acts 17. Look at this. Verse 10. And the brethren immediately sent away Paul and Silas by night unto where? Berea, who coming thither went into the synagogue of the Jews. Verse 11. These were more noble than those in Thessalonica, in the city of the Thessalonian city of Thessalonica. Why? In that they received the word with all readiness of mind. With all readiness of mind. They had already traced, tracked, scented out a lot of the word before. So when Paul comes to Berea, they're more noble in Thessalonica because they received the word with all readiness of what? And searched. And did what? Searched the Scriptures daily, class, whether those things were so. This word searched here is an entirely different word. It is the Greek word anakrino, A-N-A. K-R-I-N-O. Anakrino. Now the word anakrino goes beyond tracing, tracking, or sending out. It means to divide up. to make a proper judgment, to evaluate distinctly and carefully. It also means sift. In the New Testament era, they would take and sift the grain. The wind would blow the chaff this way and the wheat would fall down here. It's sifting out the chaff from the real grain. That's the word here. That's this word in 11. They searched the what? Scriptures daily. They divided up. They judged it very carefully. They analyzed it. They sifted it very carefully, which is doing more than just tracking, tracing, or getting a smell of it. We've got a lot of people in the United States have had a smell of the Scriptures. They're born again, but they're miserable on the way to heaven. They live defeated lives as Christians. And the reason is, people, they've never gone on from the milk stage to the meat. They were only in the first part, honey, of the Word. Then just the searching, just the bare tracking, just tracing it a little bit. But it is possible to go beyond being a little child spiritually that has to be fed milk. And you can grow yourself up in a hurry and stand the strong meat of the Word, which is this word search in Acts 17:11, where you divide up, you make an accurate judgment. You do it very carefully. You sift it out. That's why in Berea they were more noble than those in Thessalonica, because they daily judged, they daily divided, they daily carefully handled the Word, they sifted it. You know, in Jeremiah, I think it's in the 15th chapter, I often think of these things when I work the Word. May I be just like Jeremiah. Because it says in Jeremiah 15 someplace, thy words were found, and I did eat them. That doesn't mean he chewed on the scrolls. He didn't eat the paper. He read the Word. He read the Word. He judged it. He sifted it out. He sifted it out, put it in his mind. Thy words were found. And thy words, the Word, was the joy and rejoicing of my heart.